All right, before we get to the video, just wishing all you fathers out there a happy Father's Day. Turned out quite well. Timing, this video has got my son and I doing a little project together, so let's just get to the video. All right, welcome back to Turbo Garage. So today I'm going to be working on a 2001 Ford Ranger. It's a 3-liter, 2-wheel drive, 5-speed, and we're going to be replacing the valve cover gaskets. These are leaking pretty good. When the vehicle's parked, you can smell burning oil. So I've got all the gaskets all ready. It's actually my son Finley's truck. He's going to be doing the work, and I'm going to be doing the filming. So this time I get to keep my hands clean. So let's get right into it. All right, so for the V6, it's obviously not too difficult to get the passenger side, but the driver's side, that is the challenge because it's underneath the intake manifold. So you actually have to split the intake manifold and pull it off. You're gonna have to take the intake hose, obviously. A bunch of wires gotta get out of the way. I don't know how to do it. Basically, all you do is just start removing stuff and get to it. So you're gonna be learning with us, so here we go. So to get to everything, we're gonna pull this cover off. It's under an 8mm screw, and then we'll take this off, the intake hose, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we got the intake hose off, disconnected these wires here. Also the coolant lines that go to the throttle body, behind the throttle body, cables off. And now we're just gonna remove this vacuum line off here. The computer connector's gotta come off, and then we've got this thing's gotta come off the intake manifold. Once that's off, we'll crack these bolts here, and we'll take the top half of the intake manifold off, and that should give us full access to the driver's side valve cover. All right, so we're almost there. We're just pulling off the intake manifold bolts. One thing we also don't forget, EGR valve, that actually unthreaded quite easy. These can be sometimes a pain. We were lucky. That came out nice. Just getting the last couple of exhaust manifold bolts, and we should be able to break this off. I think also this, I think this is your, right there. We disconnected that off the manifold. I think that's your manifold absolute pressure, your MAP sensor. So just get this done here and we should have this thing off. All right, this manifold bolt right at the top, it's got a nut, a bolt that's got the big long thing that holds the wire loom. It's right underneath the fuel line. So you're gonna have to disconnect your fuel line to get that bolt out because it's right under the center of the arc of the fuel line. So I just got the fuel line out of the way, and I think we're ready to pop this manifold off. All right, see if you can crack that loose and lift it off. Is it swiveling? Oh, it's on this thing here, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just stuck on that EGR valve. Is it? I threaded it all the way off, I thought. See if you can lift it up.
Oh, it's held on by something there. There's a little...
Oh, there's a bolt down there? Okay, hold on. Let's get the light. Okay, right there, right here, you can see there is a bolt holding a bracket. That is what's holding the manifold on. Looks like that's, there you go. So crack that off and it'll come off. Okay, got that bolt off. That manifold should just pop out. Just take it slow because there might be something connected at the back possibly.
Oh, like that hose?
Oh yeah, like that hose is right. There is a vacuum line that's going to your brake booster. All right, that'll be a simple little clip to get off. Okay, maybe 3 times the charm. Go slow. That vacuum line here, make sure it's not, oh, it's connected to the manifold, I think. Hold on. Yeah, okay, just put it down. So this little very flimsy line is also connected to the back of the intake manifold, and there is a connector here. You gotta be really careful with these. They become extremely brittle and they snap. So I'm just gonna break this one open here. All right, that line's off. That should get more lines hooked up.
Oh, it's this thing. You can just move it out of the way. This black thing up here. No. Right there.
Oh, this. Yeah. Oh, there's one more thing here. Oh, hang on. There we go. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. There's more lines at the back. Hold on, we gotta get those off. Okay, so there's a little line here that was connected to the bottom of the throttle body, and there's a whole bunch of vacuum lines hooked up to the back of the intake manifold. So definitely you want to be careful. I think we got lucky that we didn't snap any of these plastic ones, but anyway, with that stuff all out of the way, now we can get to our valve cover gasket, which is why we're doing this. So look at the oil in there, holy cow. So before we go any further, what we've done is we've taken some brake clean the top of the intake manifold off, throw some masking tape across those holes, because what I want to do before we remove the valve cover is, looks like maybe a rat got in here. There's some stuff in here. I want to blow all this out so that that doesn't go into the valve gallery where all the valves are. So before we blow it, we don't want that stuff to go down the intake runners, so we'll cover that up first. One nice thing with this is the bolts are all captive bolts. They won't fall out. You just keep loosening them off and they're captured. So they'll come off with the valve cover. You don't have to worry about dropping them. Okay, so you can lift that off. You squeeze it through. Might have to pull this wire harness back a little bit. Just catch it on this back. There you go. There's the gasket. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. That's gonna go into the solvent tank.
Oh my God.
All right, got the valve cover cleaned up, new gasket on. One thing to note, these bolts, once you pull the gasket off, these bolts can fall out. They're actually retained, the little metal clip, sort of watch your face if you will, is retained by the gasket once you put it on. So we gotta go get some silicone. I'll show you why. We've already cleaned up the face where the gasket goes, but right here, that gap, you're gonna wanna put some silicone across that to keep that gap from leaking. That'll be a very common leak point. But yeah, we'll just go to the store, grab that, and put that valve cover back on. All right, got some silicone. Squeeze a dab out there on that joint on either end. A little more. No, not, yeah, actually there too. On this engine, so the intake manifold is going right there, yeah. And then we also check your head, because, yeah, go ahead, just put a little bit right there, because there's actually quite a deviation, that's good, in the machining of the head right there. There's a groove. So a little silicone there, and then all you're gonna do is just kind of dab it with your finger and press, kind of squeeze it around a little bit on either side. That'll do it. Same for down there, and then we'll do the same on the back, and then the valve cover goes back on. All right, let's get that valve cover back in. Pull this harness back. Push that wire harness back there, Finn. There you go. Yeah, watch, slide it back a bit more. It's that harness up in the back corner. There you go.
All right.
Let's get the bolt holes lined up and we'll tighten it up. So we're tightening the valve cover. Looks like it's 8 to 10 foot-pounds. So that we went with 9 foot-pounds, which is 108 inch-pounds. So we've got the torque wrench on here. And we'll just work in a pattern, working from the center and working our way out towards the outside edge of the valve cover. There you go, that's one. We'll do all the rest of them and that's it. All right, so we got the wire loom pushed back down and that valve cover is done. So instead of putting the intake manifold back on, we decided to go ahead and and take the valve cover off the other side. We don't even know what we got to do here, but it looks like the first thing we're going to do is pull the coil pack off and go from there. What are you doing? So we're pulling the plug wires off down here on the passenger side, and the little connectors that are holding the wires on the top of the valve cover bolts with little studs. So we'll disconnect the plug wires on that side and then push the coil pack, just slide it over to the driver's side of the engine. Yeah, just lay it up on this side of the motor. Gently.
I think that's good. Oh, I don't want to bump up with those.
There you go.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that should, as long as you can get the valve cover out, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right, so we disconnected the injector harness so we can get it up out of the way so you can clear the valve cover. And the coolant lines going to the heater core. We just lifted them up. We'll be able to slide the valve cover under that. We're just taking the valve cover bolts off. The one thing that's a bit tricky is this little plastic hose right here. It's very brittle. This goes into your intake tube. And that one I think we'll try to fish through to get out. It doesn't seem to want to pop off of there, and I don't want to break it. So we'll get these bolts loose on the valve cover and pop it off. Okay, we're trying to get...
I know this cable's brittle or whatever the...
Yeah, you gotta try to pull that through. Can you pull the valve cover up at the back and slide it through? There you go. We'll see if we can get that off once we get it cleaned up here. Don't force stuff.
I know. It's the gasket that's making me force
it's hooked on the back of that rocker. The very back there's a rocker it's hooked on. There you go. All right, valve cover out. My new solvent tank is becoming very handy. It's interesting, this valve cover on the driver's side or passenger side is actually, I think it's aluminum. No, it's actually, I don't know if it's aluminum or not, but it's the paint's all flying off of it. So yeah, it's kind of weird. As long as the threads go in. All right, got that valve cover in, torqued down. Let's put the oil filler cap in. Don't forget here, get something down in there. Now we'll pull the wire harness back over top of the fuel rail, spark plug, the coil pack. We'll come back over and put it back on here. So let's get that going. All right, everything's hooked up over there. Next thing, go ahead and pull that tape off. We're gonna throw the intake manifold back on. So throw that gasket in place. It'll only really go, should only go one way.
Yeah, it should go that way.
Let's make sure all the bolt holes line up.
Yep.
Okay, we got our intake manifold and drop it on.
Yeah, just a gasket.
This, you want to line up your EGR valve and this plate. See that plate down there? That's what's getting you buggered up. So just slide it over to the left a little bit. There you go.
I just don't want to mess with that.
Now we'll use the bolts, and actually what you want to do now is look down your manifold and make sure the gasket, see it's off a little bit there. We'll get that all lined up and slide the bolts in. All right, we got the intake manifold going back on, and then we'll start hooking up our cables, hoses. There is that vacuum line, don't forget, has to go into the back of the intake manifold. The brake booster vacuum line is going to have to go back on. But yeah, we're getting there. It's almost done. All right, the intake manifold is torqued up 14 foot-pounds. And now getting that little bracket underneath. We'll tighten up our map sensor. Got some hoses here to put on. Should just push down. There you go. Yep.
Yeah,
and then
where does that mount?
That little clip. Go like this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then just snaps around like that. That's your safety clasp. Okay, you gotta tighten up that connector for the computer.
Is it 10 mil?
All right, intake plenum pipes going on here. The only thing we got to do left is put the cover over top of the throttle. But we're just going to see if this thing starts before we... I mean, it's pretty much all together.
Yeah.
But let's just try and make sure that it's going to start before we go any further. Should be good.
All right.
Oh, I know why. Hang on. That is probably because the mass air sensor... No. Oh, that's strange. It did act kind of strange. You had no throttle at all?
No.
Okay, hold on. Okay, it was acting funny and we forgot to hook up this hose here on the bottom of the intake plenum, which would have been way too much air unmetered going into the engine. So try it now, guaranteed. That's more like it. Okay, so that's it. We got everything put together. It seems to work fine. I don't see any oil leaks. You see any?
No.
No. We gave the engine a clean. Obviously, the valve covers are all clean because we cleaned it, but cleaned around the heads and everything and on the exhaust manifold. So hopefully that stink will go away. But anyway, I hope you learned something from it. What do you think? How hard? Out of 10, how hard do you think that was?
Well, it was pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of issues, so probably like a good 6.
6?
A 6, yeah. Well, I mean, other than time.
Yeah,
I
call that a 4. For me,
4?
I call it a
Okay,
4.
well,
Yeah.
you also there's transmission completely taken apart behind the camera.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't, you know what, for someone like me that's done a lot, and of course, it takes a lot of time when you're doing video and you want to catch everything on film, but you know, for Finley to learn that, that's great. You build your confidence and whatnot, so
For sure,
we're going to give the truck a wash, and yeah, we got more things to do on this truck, though. We've got some headlight gremlins we've got to figure out, and I think, yeah, seats, we got to find some seats, yeah, spraying a bed liner, so we do got more work on this thing. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thoughts and comments down below. And hey, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day.